Hi, lovelies, and welcome or welcome back. So happy that you could join me, that we could spend this moment together. Exciting always. Happy that you're here, truly. Today, I wanted to propose a little bit of a reflection on. So basically, I just finished a book called Have a Nice Conflict, and I've been really trying to apply the things to my day to day life. Maybe I already did one video talking about like the primary personal value systems, but I could do something about another video about the conflict styles and the conflict orders and the progression of conflict for each type of person and everything. I think that would be interesting to share with you guys because I thought it was very interesting. And it got me really thinking today. I was dealing with a little bit of conflict. I didn't let the conflict escalate to being in conflict with someone else, but I felt in conflict within myself about someone else, and I was struggling with it. I talked to a few people about it. They gave me good advice. Each person deals with conflict in such a different way and deals with the same situation in such a different way. So it's very interesting to talk to friends or family members to understand, I don't know, different sides of the same coin and different ways of dealing and understanding. And sometimes just a little bit of a change of perspective already does the trick. But I was still finding myself in conflict over the situation, and it's a situation that has been ongoing in my life for quite a long time. Maybe some of you guys can put together the pieces, I don't know. But I found myself in conflict, and I found myself wanting to avoid that conflict at all costs, which is exactly what the book talks about. And it got me to a reflection that I think that can be useful without me explaining too much of the value systems and everything. I think this reflection we can all do, and I think is much needed. I think it goes a little bit hand in hand with Ho'oponopono and more of these practices of loving and forgiveness. But one, when we find ourselves in conflict with people, I would like to propose the reflection of putting ourselves, but really doing it, like sitting, meditating, and visualizing, imagining, putting ourselves in that person's shoes and their values, the way that they operate, the way that they live their life, and the situation that is bothering you or frustrating you. Really see it from the point of view of being that person and taking that action, and what internal turmoil maybe possibly led that person to have those actions and to maybe hurt you in that way, because we have no idea what is going on inside other people's heads and brains and how they're operating and managing and the karma from their life and their past lives and everything that they can be processing and dealing. And it's just crazy. Sometimes I think that we don't even understand ourselves and take the time to really process all of our things, let alone imagine how others are doing that and trying to understand others. And I think that's really interesting. Really, when I put myself in the shoes of the person that I was feeling conflict with, it brought me a new sense of, wow, like life must be really difficult for that person, and the ways that they're acting are hurting me, but the ways that they're acting is hurting them more than anything. And instead of just letting the frustration just eat me up and putting myself in conflict, I was able to peacefully pull myself out of that conflict and just sit there in a state of gratefulness to have a more of a comprehensive view and be able to put myself in a position to help maybe and offer that person some grace and send them some positive vibrations and pray really that everything is going to work out and that person can find their way back to the light and we can all avoid conflict, because at the end of the day I think we all just want to be peaceful and harmonious, and it's sad to see people that we love and people in our lives not being like that and maybe possibly having actions that are making our day less harmonious. But it's all a part of life and evolving and growing. and dealing with all of these little conflicts and internal battles. So, the, the little reflection that I wanted to propose was, before you find yourself spending a day of frustration and just feeling over it like I was, to really, instead of feeling frustrated, feel empathy as much as possible and gratitude for you being in a position where you're not facing that internal conflict, and you're facing maybe just a little bit of frustration with other people and their actions, and you're safe, sound, and taking care of yourself. So once you're at peace, you can help other people around you also find their peace. So, yay. Thank you for joining me. Love you. See you soon.